Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Harakah Hakodash, double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who taught us his truth. By Shalom to you, Akim, that puts the work across the four corners of this globe, with our truth and sincerity, by Hashem Harakah Hakodash. And basically, pretty much, I also make this a little short lesson on touching on pretty much how, the Lord, keeps all our ways, and preserved, through the hedge that he provides, to his, election, on which we hope to be, and that hedge, is through the angels. You know what I'm saying, and pretty much, these angels, which, and pretty much, and also the chariots. I'm saying, these, are pretty much ambassadors of the power, man. They represent Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. See, and pretty much, the Lord is not, like, yes, the Lord has, has everything in control, but see, the angels, are doing the Lord's dirty work, so to speak, man. Like to carry out judgment, to carry out, judgment and deliverance, to open, one's minds, open, one's understanding, to carry up prayers, you know what I'm saying, and to block understanding also, and all these, these movements, I should say, or these, these doings, is all, for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, the Most High, through his son Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, I'll get this precept. This is this is Isaiah 13, verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. And the mighty ones is talking about the angels, man. That pretty much carry out the judgments, I'm saying, of the Lord. Like another example is in Ezekiel 9 and 4. This is Ezekiel chapter 9. Matter of fact, I'll read verse 1. He cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them to have charge over the city, to draw near, and even every man with his destroying weapon in his hands. And behold, and who's, and who's the Lord commanding? His angels right here, man. Verse 2, and behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand, and one man among them was clothed with linen, with the writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood beside the brazen altar, and the glory of the power of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house, and he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began the ancient men which were before the house, and pretty much, in these verses right here, these, see, the Lord is commending, his angels, to commit this, these acts, and, it goes to show you, the different, positions, if I should say, you got those, with the slaughter weapon, each with the slaughter weapon, in their hands, and one with the writer's inkhorn, and the Lord gave the commandment to set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, and which is another verse where I forgot, but pretty much the Lord commanded this man. It's like he commanded the angel to make this man. I believe it's in Esdras, but pretty much, the main point is how the Lord commanded the angel to make this man understand. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the Lord, ordains his election to be, to have their eyes opened, at any given time, that they're, ordained to be, like woken up, and and pretty much in this chapter right here, how the elect, being marked, I'm saying, by the angels, see through the voice of the prophets, the elect come across the videos, or the prophets in person, like however they come across this voice, they come across it through a video, or might have been walking down the street or something, and they came across the prophets. At the end of the day, the elect, heard, heard that familiar sound, and pretty much, they've been hooked, and that's all it takes for the election, man. And that's, that mark, that dawah, to be exempt from judgment, hearing this word, and having their father's name, which is in Revelation, they have their father's name, on their foreheads, and pretty much verse 4, and the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Because only the election are truly sighing and crying. Seeing fucking women roll over you, have just power over you, transvestites and abominable, freaky people ruling over you, serving you food and whatnot. You gotta behold abomination daily, every day, man. On top of that, you're being oppressed on every side, man. You gotta fucking get up in the morning, and slave, for a fucking green piece of paper, to fucking barely make ends meet. You put in so many hours and busting your ass. I'm saying, for some, for some, like fucking chump change, man. Because the very moment you get paid, so to speak, that goes right out the door, man. Like pretty much the very moment that you get paid, like the very day at least, or like in 2 days or something. Some brothers living, paycheck to paycheck. Majority of jigs living paycheck to paycheck. Just fucking barely living, man. Being oppressed on every side, or being, killed, and no one, is, how these other nations, they have like their own type, ambassadors in case of, something, like they feel that they don't like, and and they get their, like their, like reparations, so to speak, But Jake, has none of that, man. We're constantly being slaughtered, in the hand of our enemies, and just constantly, fucking dealing with the shit, Like literally, man, and diligently waiting upon the Lord, just waiting, man, Like when we go get up, like get up out of here, man, But this is the only hope that we have, man. And what keeps us sane. You know what I'm saying? This hope, and knowing that, that this shit's going to be over very, 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 very fucking soon, man. And that the Lord is in control of all these things, man. The main point is how the Lord, through his angels, in the chariots, the election, us that's of the hopeful election, the Lord keeps us in all our ways, man, and preserves us. This is I believe it's in Thessalonians. It's like you. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3. But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. This is the main point that I want to bring out. This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Man. You know, so the Lord preserves us by keeping the hedge about us. You know, commanding his angels. You know, like in Job. You know, where Satan couldn't even touch Job. You know, unless the Lord had to uplift the hedge that was up about Job, man. You know. But that same hedge is upon, the whole election, those that fear Yahweh Shemi Ashai, and are keeping his commandments and, and statutes to the best of capabilities, man. And being brotherly, and charitable, and mainly, just pushing the work, doing this work, week in and week out, faithfully, all throughout the week, and pushing his word. This is Psalm chapter 34. Psalm chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Ashai, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them, man. All our ways, us that fear Yahweh Shemi Ashai, and doing his work and laboring and suffering, all our ways are encamped by the hedge of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, which is the angels. The angels, which, in this physical realm, that we cannot see, but, in the spiritual realm, you're being preserved from evils that you don't have any fucking idea, that you have no idea about, but you're being preserved from them, man. Preserved from fucking like for example, like a T-bone car crash, like some fucking some final destination type shit. But see, the Lord is keeping that hedge about you, man. Esau, him, him and his fucking, his, see, and Esau knows who the elect are, man. These demons, fucking, like tell them, and Esau constantly, throwing enchantments in our ways, to down us every day, vibrations, some curses, so to speak, against us. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, us, as doing the work in the fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, the Lord keeps us and establishes us, man, and ordains us from evil, man. From certain evils that we had no idea that was coming our way, man. But see, the angels, keep us intact. The angels keep us in, and even, like in our thoughts and our emotions, like for example, like you might be down or fucking, depressed demon, whatever, but boom, a precept just might, uplift you, man, or a video might just, come across your page, that you had no idea, was even, like right there, but hey, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, the angels working, and keeping you in all your ways, man, Matter of fact, that's in the Psalm 91. And this is the same power, the same hedge, that's what's going to keep us all the way up into salvation, from these missiles. This is Psalm 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say, the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Dealing with the missiles. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Like, you gotta understand, man. Like, in the midst of complete hazardous, dangerous type environment, like, you in the midst, you seen people dying, man. You seen thousands, 10,000s of people fucking just dying, like, left and right, man. But somehow it's just not coming to you, man. And here you are in the dead midst of it, man. You can't tell me that, that's not no supernatural, like protection, man. You know that. You know what I'm saying that's the angels keeping you, man. Verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Shemel, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. You know, you'll be so heavily guarded, so heavily protected that, you know, you tripping over a pebble, you know, is not even going, you know, fucking have you, like, we're not even come your fucking way, man. You know, that's how serious of a hedge, you know what I'm saying, that the elect is going to be having, and, you know, all throughout Jacob's trouble, and even all throughout, you know, it's like, and even all the way up unto salvation, man. Verse 13, thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. See, and this divine protection is all because you acknowledged, you know what I'm saying, the true power, man. You know the Most High's name, his true name, and ultimately you believe upon the truth of his only begotten creation, man. His only begotten son. You believe on on how, the truth of the image of his son, the truth of of the image of pretty much like what he is, mainly his name, and mainly the doctrine, man. You know, just ultimately the whole baptism of it, man. You know, you being shown understanding, and you suffering, and putting on for the Lord, man. That's you setting your love upon him. Therefore, the Lord's gonna keep you, man, and and establish you, and mainly because you believe, upon him in spirit and in truth. So Lord's gonna hear you, and keep this divine protection, up on you. Lord willing, if we continue, all the way into the end, the Lord keeps us, this hedge about us, even all the way up into salvation, man. But be a calm, man. That's pretty much the main point for this lesson. I wanted to make it short, but so Lord willing that all your brothers that all your brothers and sisters find satisfying. Until next time, I say shalom.